Morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. I want to deal with a rather strange subject today, but you'll get my point in just a moment. As Christians, we are, by nature, environmentalists. Our God created this world and gave this world to us to be good stewards of. Now, no, I don't believe in selling our cars and living like a hermit out in the woods without electricity and running water and things like that. I think you can take things to an extreme, but we do want to be good stewards, and we don't want to destroy the land in which we will live. But sometimes I think we spend so much time talking about the pollutants of factory and the pollutants of cars and how much gas a cow produces, and global warming is caused by dairy farming. And sometimes I think we get a little strange and we major on the minors and minor on the majors when it comes to pollution. Back in the book of Numbers, chapter 35, in our text today, beginning with verse 33, "Do not pollute the land where you are." Now listen to how God describes pollution. "Bloodshed pollutes the land. An atonement cannot be made for the land on which blood has been shed, except by the blood of the one who shed it. Do not defile the land where you live and where I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the Israelites." Now, I'd like you to notice the worst pollution possible on the land, and that is the shedding of human blood. When human blood is shed, it cries out to God, just like it did back in the book of Genesis in the story of Cain and Abel. That blood continues to cry out. There is a spiritual pollution of the land. Sometimes I look at all the violence in the world, and forgive me, young people, you anesthetize yourself spiritually when it comes to some of the video games because they're so violent. And I know you're going to think I'm extreme here for a minute, but the idea of sitting there by the hour shooting and killing people in a video game where there are no consequences, you need to understand there's a training that takes place. Pavlov's theory about training dogs. There's a training that takes place in the mind. And many of these young people today go out and kill people because, forgive me, they don't see that there's consequences because for 100,000 hours they've played a video game killing people and decapitating people. Sometimes I think the video games of murder and violence, and sometimes the movies of murder and violence, I think it's changed our culture. And I think we need to begin to respect human life more. Let me say that again. I think we need to respect and value human life more. Bloodshed pollutes the land.